Previously on Echo.
But yes, as capable as we are, the four of us alone are not going to overthrow the IOC.
What you're hearing is the thoughts of the trees.
I'm coming for you, blood!
Welcome to the piazza.
If I build this thing, will you put a gun inside of it?
Yes.
You see a list of names. You have a dossier on each of these people that you were supposed to be protecting.
Dr. Mozaeya smiles incredibly wide.
And now, a word from a friend of the show.
Hey there, fellow D&D and TTRPG nerds. Kayla Lundgren here from the Potions and Potpourri podcast. I'm here to tell you all about our little talk show, where myself and my co-host Keisha get together to have discussions about Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop games. While our show is primarily a casual, loosely formatted talk show, we also like to dip our toes into the occasional live play game, interview guests from all across the indie TTRPG realm, and have even been known to do some in-house improv creations on our segments that we call Potions. So whether you're a new D&D player looking for some solid advice on character building, or you're a seasoned dungeon master wanting more ideas for how to beef up your monsters to truly scare your players, Potions and Potpourri has a little something for everyone. Find us on all major podcasting platforms, and be sure to visit us on Instagram, TikTok, or X for more goofy content and sharing our passion with our listeners for this great hobby that we all love. We hope to see you there.
Now let's play some fucking D&D.
It has been a very interesting time in Haven. And last we left y'all were shopping in the Feynora Piazza.
So true.
And there was a lot of reminiscing that happened on the way to Phelan. And a lot in general has just happened as you've arrived in Haven. So the last communication that y'all got from Ambassador Sylvanus was a dossier of the 7 main people you will be tasked with protecting during the summit coming up in a week. And you have a week. So my question to y'all is, during this week, what do you do? What would you like to do? Who do you seek out?
I think Div does their shopping and then saddles on up next to Pet to assist. Oh, should we get health potions? I imagine y'all would need health potions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If there's a person who sells like elixirs or whatever.
That would be in Sabonica.
Okay, yeah.
Sabonica is the place where you can buy equipment.
I guess I'll wait to see if anybody else will be heading towards there, and then I'll go with them. But if not, I'll just go by myself.
So, real quick, the last person we left off on was Dr. Bleak, and you were with Short Rib in the Build a Glarback.
Yeah.
Were there any things that y'all wanted to buy before we zoom out and just sort of give you guys the time for the week?
How much would a couple of burner communicators cost me?
Burner communicators. That's clever. Let's see. So, 15,000 credits.
15,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll just use sending then for now until we get some moolah.
Y'all have money. What?
We need more moolah.
She's right.
It's gonna be really interesting soon about how much money I'm gonna be spending. Thrilled.
Toppling an empire. There's no such thing as too much money.
Fair. It's expensive.
Yes,
Revolution is not cheap.
It's expensive business.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pat has all their items, and I think I'm ready to go. I think Pet's ready to go. Like, they have all their items to go. They're just gonna wait for everyone and just go. I'm not gonna leave everyone. I'm just gonna be on the outskirts most likely to just with all my bags and everything. And then is there a store that I could buy clothing? If not, I can order it.
There's a store where you can buy clothing. I was checking to see if I had written that there was a clothing store. It's a mall, so there is one. It just doesn't have a name yet. Yeah, there's a clothing store here at the Fenor Piazza. There's a few of them. It's, a shopping center.
Which one would be classified as Fashion Nova?
Oh.
But with a twist.
Oh, y'all wanted a twist?
With a twist.
Fashion Nova. So the clothing store is called Fashion Nebula. And there's a 15% markup in every store in the Fenor Piazza. So yeah, Fashion Nebula is open for you.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and I want to buy a new coat. The bigger, the better. A cat suit. Really high heels with like maybe a stiletto heel in it. And those really huge blackout sunglasses that block it off. And then if they just so happen to have a hair store, Fashion Nebula hair store.
Fashion Nebula got a side at the very back for the girlies who like the bundles. Yeah, they got a side at the very back for that.
Let me get some bundles too. Let me get some.
Okay, bundles. Baby said we need some inches. The fuck?
I need some 1B. And what's blonde? What's blonde?
Like 613.
Oh, 613.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I need.
Dib is absolutely pulling out a fucking teal joint. Like, you know what? This
that
is
one.
Let's get this one integrated. I think.
Comparing it to the outfit going on. I like all black. I think Pat mostly wears black or gray. It's like, this will pop. This will pop. Like my hands go like this. This will pop.
Do it like I do. The brightest thing on me is my hair.
Yep.
I feel you.
So how much does that cost?
I feel that. How much does that cost? So you got, is it a puffy jacket?
It's pretty much the one I have right now, but I want it
just new
and
like
bigger.
A leather trench.
New and bigger.
Like,
so,
because I have little puffs, my little puff around it.
Your puffer
I want
trench.
it to make it even more puff. Over the top puff.
So over the top puff. So with that,
let me see if I can find a picture.
If this coat existed like in real life,
it does.
It will probably be like It probably does. It probably does. You're probably right.
I'm thinking of like a high, like back collar, like what's his name from?
Don't you dare say his familiar name. Don't you dare! I know. I was
like
thinking it
Maleficent, like
yes, like that. And I'm thinking, fuck, what is even a movie?
Puffy Maleficent cloak jacket is quite great.
I know who you're talking about. I'm not gonna call that nigga's name. I will not speak that creature life into life. Like Chloe Bailey in what's it called? This music video. Treat me.
Yeah.
The ending part. That's the outfit. That's the puffer I want.
Okay, so we'll say that would cost 2,000 credits. 200 gold. Nothing too serious. The cat suit, 75, so 750 credits. So what did I say? 2750. You want high heel stilettos?
Yes.
3,000. And bundles.
Yes.
Which are never cheap.
Never cheap. I think it costs more than my outfit.
It will cost more than your outfit.
If I'm getting three, I'm trying to get 3 different bundles. Like three different like. I want to do 3 different hairstyles.
3 different hairstyles. So we need 3 packs or 3 different sets of
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah.
So just we'll call it a nice even 6,500 credits for your bundles, your puffer, and your stilettos to stomp on niggas' faces with.
Yep.
And your cat suit to look
I'm
like
going
a
like
baddie
this.
doing it. Period.
I'm going like this. Target.
Period.
I don't. At this point, I'm gonna have some fun because I have all this damn money. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Because there's a 6,500 plus 15%. So that would bring you to 7,500. Which is, that's fine. Y'all got plenty. Anybody else anything else that you would like to purchase or look for in the Feynor Piazza before you guys take off and use your week?
Yeah. I think while we're at the Piazza, I think Short Rib would want to get their mommy something. So I think they grab the Glarbeck and as soon as it has been paid for and attempt to run to the nearest candle store. And Shorb wants to buy his mommy a candle of the deep and a bolt of shift weave so that and text him and text mom and be like, can you make me something useful with this and then you can have the rest. And also here's a candle. I love you. Bye.
Cute. Okay. So we have a candle of the deep. The flame is not extinguished when immersed in water. That's very cute.
So Short Rib essentially goes into a Joanne Fabrics, walks up to the counter, hops up to try to look at it. Is like, I want a bolt of shift weave. Please?
The person at the at this craft store, I think this is in a Sabonica. This would have to be. Or a Fashion Nebula. One way or another, you walk into this craft store and you see different bolts and types of fabrics and clothing and bits and bobs to cook and to make things with. You see different supplies lining this store all over. And as you walk in and you say you need a bolt of shift weave, you see people people who work there begin to look around as your voice catches their ear and then look down to see you. And one of the salespeople is like, and comes up to you and says, I'm sorry, do you know how much a bolt is? Are you sure you want the bolt? Yes.
How much is it?
100 yards.
Yes.
Is that how much you want?
Yeah. It's for my mommy.
For your mommy. And he nods his understanding and he begins to lead you in and pulls out towards the back. He leads you towards the back where the more expensive fabrics are, and he pulls out this gorgeous iridescent, somewhat translucent fabric that has a heft to it. You would think it'd be lighter based on the way that it looks, but no, it's a hefty fabric. And he pulls out the entire bolt, and it's taller than you are and twice your width. So it's a big ass bolt of fabric. And this worker walks you up towards the front and says, are you sure you want the full bolt?
I don't know. Yeah. How much is it?
He rings it up, you hear boop, the little scan thing, and he says 120,000 credits.
What I got?
You have 5 million credits.
I pull out my incredibly sticky communicator and I check. I put I like am typing it, and like I put my account information in so I can check. And each press, you can kind of hear it kind of as my finger goes off the screen. But
I just got it.
Yeah. I look down at the balance, and I look up at the guy, and I'm like, "Do you think I could get this? Is this enough?"
You see the guy adjust his glasses on his nose, and he like peers down at your communicator, and he's like, "Oh, well, I beg your pardon." And you hear him like ring up the shift weave for you. He says, "Yes, I'm sure that's plenty."
Okay, could you hold on. Shh, hold on. And I text my mom, and Short texts Big Ma, and sends like a single eye emoji, like a bag, and like a shirt, and like the question mark emoji, and all one individual text after another, and then is like, "What is your address?"
For your mom? For Big Ma?
"Can I send you a gift?"
Let me see if Big Ma responds.
Actually, no. It's just, what is your address for a unrelated reason? Another reason.
You send both of those text messages?
I send everything that I've just sent. Yes.
Let's see if you get a response. You want a high number.
Okay.
Yes, you do get a response.
Yes. Let's go.
So Big Ma sends back a hologram as per his usual. And you see he says,
Address? Well, just tell him to send it to the trash droid. I'm sure I'll be able to find it, darling. There's only one house up here.
I am holding this up at like at the top of my reach with the intention of like, "Do you see this? Here, send this here." I usually have to find it myself, so I just can't carry it. I would.
You see the salesperson says, "It's a gift. You want me to wrap this up and send this to this person?"
Please.
I can do that. And he begins the process of like folding it into some like wrapping paper and taping it shut. And you hear him like speaking on his communicator.
Can you bring forward the mailing slips, please?
And like, he's just like commiserating with the rest of the staff to get this sent off for you.
Okay, hell yeah. And I say, thank you. Thank you. And then I run out because I realize that I assumedly am alone. I've left Dr. Bleak at the building.
Yeah, that is a good sort of question. So
and now I'm lost.
So now with this in mind, you guys, was there anything else y'all wanted to buy from the Piazza or no?
I think I'll buy a fancy outfit.
A fancy outfit?
Yeah.
A suit? Hell yeah. So you're going to Fashion Nebula as well?
Yeah, like a crop jacket kind of suit, very slutty waist. Probably maybe like some new parts to make like some new ears or put some decorations like on the helmet, kind of modify like the little heart speaker they have on there on the side.
The crop jacket suit is from one place. You can find that in Fashion Nebula. Yeah. If you're just looking for like little clips or whatever that you can put on your ears to decorate them, you can probably find like something like that in Fashion Nebula as well, back in the bundle section where like they have hair jewelry and whatnot. But if you're looking for mechanical components to actually change your ears in general, then that would probably be at Sabonica.
Yeah, I want to do the latter.
Okay, so tell me what you're looking for, and I'll give you a number.
I guess just like honestly metals I could weld together to make my own.
What kind of metal?
Something with like an iridescence to it.
So you could get a mithril alloy.
Lit.
Pretty expensive, very, very durable, and absolutely gorgeous metal.
That I'll get that.
Okay. Dr. Bleak, was there anything else you wanted to buy, or are you golden?
Pretty golden.
Pretty golden? Wonderful. So, the four of you, let's just see how long it takes for y'all to find Short Rib. Can everybody give me either perception or investigation? Dr. Bleak, I will give it to you with advantage because Short Rib was last seen with you. So y'all go ahead and give me some perception or investigation rolls, and we'll see how long it takes you to find Short Rib.
I got a 22.
You got a 22?
We're rolling with a 19.
A 19?
17.
With a 17, a 19, and a 22, the DC was only a 15. It's really not hard to find Short Rib. Short Rib is a child and a loud one to boot when they are of a mind to be. So you, Dr. Bleak, are able to sort of see Short Rib leaving the Build-A-Glarbeck, and Div, you notice like Short Rib sort of toddling out and wandering through the mall, and the three of you begin to follow this precocious child who is buying a bolt of shift weave for his mom. And it's not too hard for you guys to reconvene and find Short Rib. It's, Short Rib, she's leaving a trail wherever she goes, and you see her dragging her little Glarbeck on the floor. So yeah, the four of you reconvene, and I'm assuming, what do y'all want to leave the piazza? Is there more you want to do on Phelan, or are you Gucci?
I'm ready to prepare.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to prepare.
Yeah, feeling good.
So,
Yeah.
the four of you go back to the hangar bay on Feynora, and you cross the ferry, head back to your hangar bay, and the tree that had arced up and over y'all's hangar begins to pull back its roots to allow y'all to ascend and leave. And you take off, heading back towards the Aegis, another 3 hours. And I will turn the narrative control to y'all, because the thing is, it's not hard for you to get back to the Aegis. It's a hyperlane trip, but you have a week before the summit. And in that week, what you do, your time is your own. It's up to you. You guys are people of leisure at this precise moment. So, control goes to you guys. What would you like to do?
Who want to go first?
I'll go first. I think Pet's main goal during this 1 week time is reconnaissance of the place itself, weapon making, so basically when they get back to the Haven, our apartment.
Mm-hmm. When you get to Haven. Mm-hmm.
Do we have a new person who's in front of our house thingy?
There is a concierge there, but they're not necessarily in front of y'all's apartment pod. It's not the same astral elf that you saw before. It's like a Loxodon person, a younger Loxodon.
Okay.
And they're just kind of staying there. You see their trunk swaying, and they're chilling.
Okay, so it goes in shifts.
Yeah, they go in shifts.
Yeah.
I think what Pet does during this time is weapons. Wanders around. Like, I think I will talk to the concierge and like, hey, can you show me the main, the main good parts of Haven during that time, to maybe look through, like, if this is a secure point, if we need to run away, is this a good place to leave? Is this a good place to destroy, is this a good place to maybe those big two exits and places that we could maybe meet up if we get separated.
You're asking
things.
the concierge to provide you this information, or you're looking for it on your own?
I'm looking for I want a tour. I'm just gonna ask for like what's the map looking like in the area itself, and then just going around and exploring myself.
Oh yeah, there's a map that you guys can download onto your communicators. It's like you can hold your communicator up to like the little directory board, and it's just like Flaynora Piazza. A little map will download, and you guys have the map of the Aegis, which for your purposes, Pet, is shaped almost like a wheel. So it's got spokes that go out to the outer rim of the stronghold, and the inner, I guess, knob, or in the center of the wheel is where you guys were when you were introduced to the leaders of the IOC. That access to that area in specific is closed. It's very private, very secure. There are guards all throughout that area at all times, because this is like, it's not overly policed, but this is their security detail for the IOC. They're among the people, but they're not necessarily the most accessible. That said, the rest of the Aegis, or the stronghold, is open to your perusal. You do come across some like different points where you guys can meet up. What I will have you do for me is roll me an investigation check just to see what you come across in your time here. And then we'll do some tools proficiency checks as well for the weapons. 10 investigation. 10. So your initial sort of pass through the Aegis is it's literally just the tour. Is that the beginning of the tour that you see that this little Loxodon person was giving you? That's what you're running into there. And it's not too hard for you to sort of find little areas of interest, places to note that you can mark on your map for later. But with your time in Haven, I will say that you have more than enough time to sort of do some research and more reconnaissance to see if you can get the information that you need. You also said that you wanted to make some weapons as well. What we're going to do in that case, we are going to have you roll 3 tinkerer's tools or gunsmith tools checks. Up to you which one. And you can do that, I will say, with advantage, because you have a full week to sort of figure out what you're trying to get done here.
I think what happens during that time, I went around and I just said, like, this is my room. I'm not sleeping in it, but I'm just putting all the weaponry and stuff I collected from the when we went to Phelan in there, and just close the fucking door. And you just hear all these clink, clink, clink in there. So what do I have to roll for this?
Gunsmith tools or tinkerer's tools, it's up to you which one, and you would need to do it 3 times, or actually, hold on, let me count. 4 times, not 3, 4 times.
I know that one of the things that I wanted to do with Short Rib is, because Short Rib is kind of curious about like what we're going to be getting into, but doesn't have any real idea where to start. So I'm going to call Big Ma and be on the phone and shoot the shit, and then be like, so I got a job.
Big Ma, of course, gives you, let me double check. Yeah. Big Ma gives you a hologram, and he says, you got a job? They're hiring little ones?
Yeah. Well, I'm not a little one. I'm a big one, which is why
You're a
they
big
hired
one.
me. Yeah, but they told me and my new friends that we're gonna be protecting people at the summit. But I don't really know what to do. I feel like I don't know. Do you know anything? Have you heard anything about the summit? Is there anything I should keep an eye out for or warn my friends about?
In that time that you like tell Big Ma this information, you see she goes really quiet. And she says, they hired you to work a summit? I've not heard about a summit, darling. Where is this summit?
It's at the Aegis. I'm at the Aegis right now.
You're at the Aegis.
Uh-huh.
You're awful far.
Uh-huh. I miss you.
Well, all right. I miss you too, darling. You be safe. I'll have to do some more thinking about this summit.
Okay. Am I in trouble?
No, darling. You can never do anything wrong.
Haha, yeah. Thank you.
You see her flash pink. And then there's something. Give me an insight check real quick.
Okay.
Give me an insight check. Let me see what you pick up on from Big Ma. 11. You see Big Ma flash very faintly a pale yellow, and then a very pale red just as she clicks off of the call. With an 11, you have not seen yellow come from her before. Red, yes, sometimes when you do things that are dangerous and you're within her arms, like, or earshot or whatever, you'll get like flashes of red, of like irritation, or like, hey, come back here, so what are you doing, stop climbing that tree type shit. But this was not that kind of flash. This was not that kind of red. This was deeper and much darker, blood red, closer to that. And that yellow was very pale and very faint. With an 11, you don't know what that means. You know what the pink means. It means that Big Ma cares about you. Big Ma loves you. But the other two, that's new. That's new for you. And you do remember when you were on the ship to Phelan, you remember Dr. Bleak's voice saying yellow means fear. So that's what you have with an 11.
Interesting.
And for you, Pet, you are able to make all of your weapons, all of your projects.
All of our projects are here. Yeah.
Perfectly. Yes. All of our projects are here. Yeah, absolutely, man. They're here. And you guys, Div, Dr. Bleak, and Short Rib, you hear all up in Pet's room. It sounds like a fucking auto shop in there. There's a lot of ding, 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 like all kinds of racket. It's just a lot of noise. And then Pet will come out sometimes covered in like gun oil and grease.
Another bath. Another bath.
Gotta wash that ass, boy.
Exactly.
But yeah, you definitely are able to make your weapons. And you now have those. So when I will leave this up to Pet as well. When people get their weapons, is up to you.
All right. Okay.
Because you were the one who made them, so you would have to be the one to distribute them.
Okay. Let's see. I do want to definitely we spend some time with the doctor so we can do our at least a training before this event happens. I also want to hang out. I think I want to hang out with everyone personally, but I think right now, I think the first person I would like to give the weapon to, because I feel like there will be in my room,
Yes. Yes.
would be Div.
Would be Div?
Yeah.
Okay. So you seek out Div. And Div, if I'm not mistaken, got 2. Yes.
When they get the
that
best.
is right.
When
I
they
know.
get the best.
I know numbers. I know how to count.
I'm dancing. I can't sing, but I'm dancing.
Yes. So, which do you give to Div first?
So I'm on one of the loudest days. I'm experimenting in the room with explosives. So that last, like the last contained boom that I had in like a little crystal kind of like desk area, I finally, because I need to ask you a question, Div Blue. How does your Glorback looks like? Glorback. I don't know how to say it.
Glorback?
I think it is a pink Goon Balloons plushie, but it's like, you know how like the plushies back in the day would have like, well, they probably still around. I said back, that sounds mad old, but you know how they come on like the book bag straps? Like it definitely has that, but make it cunt. So it's like probably like some leather straps, you know? And it's like the pink Goon Balloon is actually pink. They're usually not pink. They're like a flesh, like pale flesh color, but it's pink and it has a little like teal bow right at the top of it. And yeah, it's like just this cute like, little bulbous thing with like embroidered eyes. It's really cute. Little zipper across it.
So when I call, like, I was like, Div, come in here for a sec. I got something for you.
Div comes in. I was like, I actually want to talk. I want to see if you could maybe kind of help me out with these ears. I can't get the shape right.
I said like to them, I think I could give them both of them then. I think is
both of them at the same time.
I feel like if
that
we're
works.
going to set the ears up and also the other stuff up, on my desk I have that description of the goon balloon, but you see that there's some modifications I did. The eyes are detachable now. So you can go in to grab in certain parts to basically throw them. So if you want to go ahead and give...
I did. The boom bag I sent to you. If you guys are not on Discord, please get on Discord. You guys think
I got... The first thing I give to you is the your boom bag.
Your Glorback boom bag has 6 detachable parts and each part contains a bomb? Fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
so
yes.
I go and explain, like, you can use one of these. You could use all 6 parts. Like the different eyes, you can use separately and throw them. Or, and I put like the biggest smile if you want to throw the whole thing. Something even worse happens.
Div's like little orbs are straight up sparkling right now, and they're like, "This is the greatest gift I have ever received." Can I hug you?
Oh, there's more.
Oh my god!
So I take out like a I don't know the description that we have. I would say it was claws, but I think it's more of a attachments.
Yeah, those
to
are
their claws.
close to the nails.
Yeah.
It's close to the press ones.
Yeah, you got press on nails. So I pull out, like, you know how those nails when you order nails online?
Yeah.
We're talking 3XL, bitch.
Yes. So I give you like a crystallized set of, like, you know how like Cyberpunk thing have these little I don't know, it's not anklets, but
Like the
rings
mantis
or
blades?
something.
Oh.
More like, you know how it looks like it's etched on your skin? Because I know I couldn't take your claws away. You put it on top of your claws and infuse into your claws to have your new extra abilities.
That has been copied as well. Now,
wait, I'm reading this shit. This is sick.
So I give that to Div, and I'm like, you still want a hug?
Div can't cry, but like the little orbs are looking as if they're crying like big globs of tears, and they definitely like is like nodding their head like, yes, I would love a hug. This is fucking like, I can't wait to kill some of these.
I can't wait to see you kill people.
This is gonna be fucking great.
I mean,
what friendship's all about.
The ILC needs to be destroyed and taken down the peg. Why not take a few people?
I couldn't agree more, and I have tons of fucking questions from multiple people. I need answers. And what's the best way to get it than with these? And they hold up like they're already like putting on their fucking new nails. They hold it up, and it's just kind of like I imagine them to just kind of be sparkling when they like hit the light, and they're just in awe of them.
It fused into your nails. I think your thing is green, so it's like a iridescent kind of color matching it. Like a little more matted green, so it looks like it's glowing throughout your nails. So you can, whenever you want to use another item, you can just detach them. But
I love this. Thank you. This is fucking sick.
So, who is next on your list to give an item to?
We got a talk to remember and a battle to remember. Apple, you ready?
Narrative, baby. Feed it to me.
I was born ready.
I don't know what planet we can go to. We were talking about this.
So y'all see on the map, because we're still on the map, you see these little stars at the back that don't have any names or numbers or anything like that. Some of these are asteroids, some of these are moons, some of these are just abandoned planets. And there are plenty of places for you to go within Haven's area. Within the Hyades sector, there's plenty of places for you to go where you can get some privacy.
I think Mozaeya would want to go to a moon.
Yeah, I think so too. I would love to go to a moon. I think if we're going to be battling each other, I don't think we should do it in Main Haven.
So y'all take the Gazelle, and you are able to commute a hop, a skip, and a jump away, maybe 15, 20 minutes, to an abandoned moon or an empty moon where the two of you can be alone.
Okay, so I think Pet has like a case, but it looks small right now, like a crystallized case, and says to Doc, now, once I give you this weapon, I need you to try to kill me. Understandable?
Insight.
Please roll insight or in persuasion or deception, Pet. It's up to you.
Oh, I'm an open book, so go ahead if you want to do insight.
That's a 9 insight.
You have no reason to believe that Pet is being anything but completely honest.
All right.
Pet nods and just hands you the case. So
Mozaeya will immediately try and bludgeon Pet in the head with the case.
I'm like, it's not the weapon itself, but do you want to go ahead and try to hit Pet?
Yeah, no, you hand Mozaeya the case and she will immediately just try and whack you in the side of the head with the
Let's get
case.
an
Okay.
attack roll, please.
Before you even know what your weapon does.
Yeah. That's a 14 to hit. I'm not proficient in case, so
I think as soon as you try to hold, like, slam it, I catch it immediately. My AC is 16. Catch it immediately mid swing and grip it. This is the case. The weapon is inside of it.
Mozaeya will just go like, I know, but I figured it'd be best to catch you by surprise.
Do better next time.
So
Mozaeya will nod and like open up the
weapon.
case and see what's inside.
That your weapon has been sent to you.
Yes. When you open it, it's a crystallized pommel, but when you touch it, it slowly slides out to be a really long, vicious blade with grooves and everything. And then the pommel is just crystal, but you have to hit me so you can see the other effects.
What you mean? And for the record, Dr. Bleak, this is mechanically a rapier, which you are proficient with.
Ooh, delightful.
So, without attuning to it, all of the weapons that y'all have a benefit without attuning to it. I think most of them are like a +1 weapon or something like that. In the case of the Lancet Blade, it is a +1. No. You can use your reaction to add 2 to your AC if an attack hits you. That's what you get without attuning. But you guys it takes only 2 hours to fairly attune to an item. So if you'd like, you can spend that time now as you are training with Pet, trying to hit him with this blade.
Yeah. I'll take that time to attune, and I will just kind of wield the blade, give it a few like test swings in the air, and then
I'm like, are you ready to actually hit me now? I take off my coat because I don't want that shit to be
Period.
And I'm like, you can stab me anywhere. I'll heal myself afterwards. You may have to heal me afterwards for a certain reason.
I'll heal you. And I think seeing Pet like take off their coat, Mozaeya will like start to take off their lab coat and then kind of like stop halfway and instead just kind of take it off halfway and tie the sleeves like around their waist to kind of keep it on them. And I
think Pet goes into attack mode too. I've never said that I'm going to let you do this for free.
Let's get some attack rolls, baby. Let's get them.
But you can hit me first.
Cool. Great. Mozaeya does Pet have a gun out?
Oh, I'm not hitting you with my gun. I'm just gonna do what's it called?
Unarmed strike.
Unarmed strikes.
Wow.
So I'm basically grabbing your stuff. I'm gonna grab.
Wonderful.
I'm about to toss you.
Mozaeya is going to stab Pet in the jugular.
With Pet allowing you to hit him, you can roll that attack roll with advantage.
Yes.
Your DC, his AC is 16.
Yep.
Spectacular. Let's see what we can do. Attack. Jesus. Okay, so that's a 6 and a natural 1. So with advantage, Mozaeya's rocking at a cool 11 for her first hit.
Hey.
Okay.
It's your first time swinging. You're still attuning.
Pet is just like, just dodging, just like smiling at you. Like, I know you can do better than this, Doctor. And I would like to try to attack.
Please do.
Doc, let's see. What's your AC right now?
My AC is 13.
All right. Now you have a cool ability here.
Yeah, keep that ability in mind.
Oh yeah, I got a fun little.
Okay. Sound advantage is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
10.
10 is actually going to miss.
So the two of you battle. You go at head to head. And sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. But you are able to spend some time out here on this moon really getting the hang of this weapon. And as this is going on, what's going through you guys' mind? What are you thinking of? What are you feeling right now trying to attune to this weapon and train Dr. Bleak?
I think for Mozaeya, kind of what's going through her head as we're fighting, and the first time that she like actively hits Pet, I think that her pupils will dilate just a little bit and go a bit more feral. It'll probably be clear to Pet, just because Pet has more experience in combat, that Mozaeya is trying to hold back from actually trying to kill Pet and has like a fair amount of bloodlust that she is trying to actively refrain from.
I think would I notice that? And you say I will notice that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what Pet does, Pet says, "Are you holding back?"
I'll kill you if I don't. And I can't bring people back from the dead yet, and so until I can, this is where we're at.
Pet just like kind of looks at you, and can I do an insight?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I'm more looking at my options if I do something.
Jesus.
Oh, I got 16 insight.
16. And Dr. Bleak.
What you gonna do?
I think as Pet is kind of rolling insight and teaching Dr. Bleak how to fight, I think Dr. Bleak is like seeing Pet trying to like look into her, is going to start giving Pet advice on like how to look for certain tells and how to look for like certain body language and like teach Pet how to better like gaze into people while Pet is teaching Dr. Bleak how to fight. And so I think Dr. Bleak will choose to fail this this deception check and kind of let Pet see whatever Pet is looking for.
Oh, Pet's gonna be like, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do. But I think one turn when we fight, I'm going to go towards my jacket and pull out my gun. And I would like to roll to attack with my gun to Mozaeya. So to Doctor, in a real battle, we need to go all out. And I'm going to roll to attack.
And Dr. Bleak, you're defending against this or no?
I most certainly am.
Okay. So
there's a 26 hit.
Oh my fucking god.
I was gonna say you can roll a dodge, but goddamn.
I'll silvery barbs that.
What do I gotta do for silvery barbs?
You gotta roll again and take the lower one.
All right.
Okay.
Fight like your life is on the line.
Yeah. 20.
Yeah, that still hits.
Fuck.
Okay, I think Pet is going to just like, as he clicks into his weapon and looks at you dead in your face and says, you're going to need to dodge this. And then I'm going to just attack you. It's a normal thing, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
19 damage.
Ow. I think Pet says you're going to need to dodge this, and Mozaeya just the bullets and just gets shot.
I literally shoot. I go to it, turn the gun straightwards, and just shoots off towards their shoulder. But it's that much damage.
Okay.
We're in a real battle right now.
With a fucking shotgun.
I think Mozaeya's gonna. Then you're going to need to drop that, and I'll cast heat metal on the gun.
Yes.
My gun's not made out of metal.
Then fuck. Are you wearing metal panties?
It's made out of crystal. My gun.
Crystal. Oh damn! Then I cannot do that. And instead, what Mozaeya will do is, I think Mozaeya will just kind of say, "Fucking fine," and I will cast Major Image and make just a smoke screen surrounding me and Pet.
Yes. And
So I'm gonna have to do it at disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yep.
You know I have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we not playing no more. I saw you hesitating, and I need you to battle. So I'm gonna do this at disadvantage now. I'm looking around, and I'm like, this is Pet's just enjoying.
Oh, if you have 2
this,
attacks,
like,
then I couldn't have done Major Image yet. I haven't done Major
go
Image
ahead.
yet.
I think I'm gonna. I'm
It's
just gonna roleplay this out as one.
Yeah, okay.
We can let it flow. We can let it flow.
We'll let it flow.
We're gonna let it flow. So I'm gonna do this at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 15 hit.
A 15 does hit.
Wait, remember what is your armor? What's your thing?
I can add 2, but that'll make it a 15, which would still hit. So
are we gonna meet to beat it?
Yeah, I think so, right? DM?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it meets it.
Yeah, so it would still hit. So we'll see. We'll see.
Let's see.
We'll save reaction for now.
I'm going to shoot you. Like, I'm going to do the damage. I said, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I think Pet says, let's get better at dodging.
The bullets. The bullets.
Shoddy, dodge this. Dodge this for me.
Looking straight down the sight aimed right at your ass.
15. I hit you for a 15.
15.
Yeah.
That sounded like an actual
And
bird
I
call.
think
Oh my god!
yeah, I mean, you can't see anything through the smoke screen, but I think Mozaeya's just kind of cloak is fully red. And I'm going to I think Mozaeya is just going to take a moment to breathe. Just kind of look at Pet through the smoke screen and if only you were as good at shooting the IOC back when they beat the shit out of you. And I will unsettling words.
Yes, man! What is DC? What's the DC?
That's not a DC. That's just you've got a little tick bane on you right now. And then that was a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Drop your weapon, get on your hands and knees, and close your eyes. And I will cast suggestion on you.
Is that a DC for that or no?
That is that's a DC. What the fuck is my DC? DC 15. What wisdom is that a wisdom save? I think.
I think it's a wisdom save.
Okay. Wisdom. 13. Damn! The day. Yep. Okay. Pet sees that image of them remembering themselves. What's it called? Stumbling that time with the shot, and just.
Sorry, please continue.
And just looks down and like this image of blankness kind of goes over him. He slowly sits down on the ground and puts his gun down. And instead of like, I know you said kneel, I think he lays down.
Up for interpretation, yeah.
He lays down instead.
And I think Mozaeya, again, just like fairly lunges for the gun, grabs that, backs up. Your violence and my violence are different. Yours takes place in fractions of seconds. Gunshots and sword strikes and combats that don't last longer than minutes. My violence is slow. My violence takes days, years, decades to see itself to completion.
Love this song.
A death by a bullet and a death from decades of neglect and abuse are the same in the eyes of the universe, and that is what I do.
Roll me an intimidation check with it.
She's talking her shit, Your Honor.
Talk your fucking shit. Yes. Talk your fucking shit, nigga.
Hello.
Almost. All right, so that's a 26.
We're eating
A
food.
20 fucking 6?
We're
Yeah,
eating
26.
food. It's delicious. Thank you for the meal.
Oh my god. And Pet, you see Dr. Bleak surrounded by smoke, holding the lancet blade in one hand. And as you are casting magic, Dr. Bleak, what does your countenance look like? What does it look like as you cast this magic?
I think Dr. Bleak, through the glasses there, as they cast their magic, I think that the inside of the lab coat goes like a deep and penetrating black. Just all the color gone, all the nuance and change and transformation gone, and it just becomes a cold, homogeneous darkness that almost seems to be trying to pull her in as she is using it. And that's kind of what her magic looks like in this moment. Just
And
like fully shaking, fully just feral, fully out of control for just a moment.
Period. And Pat, you see this and you remember that the hesitation that Dr. Bleak showed in the first place and this Dr. Bleak, spheres that do not touch. This is the same person, but they are worlds apart from the hesitation that you saw before. And I think there is some validation in that. Dr. Bleak followed instructions and she let herself loose.
And I
How do
think
you feel about her
Pat,
prowess in battle?
I think Pat, I think I'm also right now, I have that fear in me, but at the same time, Pat is having the time of their fucking life. They have that fear. They like, ooh, this is something that is tasty. This is what he wanted to see during that battle. And
This is what I want to see.
There's now a nuance that maybe, just maybe, Doctor, like now they know. Like I feel like now, before they were kind of like waving, like what can Doctors talks, but now they have it backed up by their power. Like to have me on the ground and holding my gun, it's like shit. This maybe be my equal. This may be my equal right there.
High praise.
High praise. Very high praise. And so
Can I just say, like, while I'm saying this, all this, you said that to me, and all that thing, I say, shit.
And we will pull back from there, from that abandoned moon in the middle of Haven. And we pull back as Pet and Dr. Bleak see each other as equals. Something nice. So, Dr. Bleak, you have your lancet blade. How do you spend your week? Who do you seek out?
I think after Doc kind of spends some time with the lancet blade, trying to get used to it, trying to incorporate the techniques that Pet surely tried to teach them and that they biffed completely somehow. I think after doing like a thorough read over of like the dossiers of the 7 individuals and trying to get like insights into their personality and into their whole deal.
Yeah.
I think they're going to sort of type away a little bit at a laptop and then seek out Div.
Okay. So firstly, let's just get quickly an intelligence check, see what you glean from these different dossiers.
Great. Intelligence is...
Can I give them the help action? Because I feel like this is going to be a group activity.
I was definitely also going to do this. I would like to...
If Mozaeya can help
assist.
someone else who's actually intelligent look into the dossiers by providing insights into personalities, that would be what
It
Mozaeya
depends
does.
on we're rolling insight or investigation.
You guys, as it stands, you have the full week. So you have that entire week to go through all of this.
Yeah.
So all of you can provide the help action to each other, which would basically just mean you get to do this with advantage. All of you do. So anyone who's
I will try it with
interested in
advantage.
reading the
For
dossiers,
moi.
okay, go ahead and read through.
Would that be insight or investigation?
It would just be intelligence.
Just an intelligence?
Because the dossiers themselves are pretty like legalese, for want of a better word.
That is a 16 intelligence.
16. Okay. Div, were you rolling as well?
Yeah. I got a 13.
A 13?
But I will use I'll use Built for Success to add a D4 to that.
Okay.
Okay, got a 2.
So a 15.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 15 and a 16. And Pet, are you rolling as well or no?
Yes.
Are you interested in the dossier, Shore?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I think
everyone's like, what the hell? They gave this one?
I was gonna say, like, I feel like the adults are probably looking at it first, and Shore was like, I feel like they're gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna get a stain on this paper. I'm gonna come back later.
Honestly, I think Div would call Short Rib in because knowing that Short Rib was able to like wire those funds to Doc, they're like
15.
Clearly this kid has some gift of like abilities. I don't know how kids are nowadays, I guess, or not even kids, whatever the fuck Short Rib is, like whatever. Anyways, so I think they do call over Short Rib and they kind of sit down and they're like, Short Rib, do you mind like looking through these with us? We can just kind of comb through it together and get your opinion on it. I know you're pretty smart.
Thank you. Okay.
So you can roll yours with advantage too. So far I have 2 15s and a 16.
I was gonna say, I know you said intelligence. Can I roll investigation?
No, it would be intelligence. Yeah.
All right. Valid.
Investigation is looking for something.
Got you. I'm looking for information.
Cute.
True.
All right, worth a shot.
Let's see. A 17. Jesus. Okay. So, what you guys tell me what in specific you're trying to glean, and because all of you made it.
Damn.
Short Rib, you get a little bit more information, and Dr. Bleak, so do you. Pet and Div, you guys got a 15. So yeah, you tell me what you're interested in gleaning, and I'll tell you what you know.
Definitely want I guess honestly for me, just like the general scope of it and what it says and the information on who exactly we're supposed to be protecting. If it has information on like the other entities that will be there, I want to know that. I want it all. I want it all.
The people who you were protecting, you guys got that list last time. It was let me pull up my notes real quick. Y'all are protecting the 4 that you saw in the center of the stronghold: Ambassador Sovinus, Commissioner Kathri Zarek, Spokesman Tikal, and Valtor the Next. You know that those 4 are the ones in the stronghold, the leaders of the IOC, the regional representatives. And they are the ones that commissioned you guys in the first place to seek your protection. The people that you are going to see in the summit itself are 4 other people that you have not necessarily met before. You know that their names are Voss Barlow, Dax Carson, and Jara Bingen. Voss Barlow is the representative for the Confederation. Dax Carson is the representative for the... Oh, fuck me. What is it called? It's not the Cavalry. Jara Bingen is the representative for the Cavalry. Okay, so Voss Barlow is the representative for the Confederation. Dax Carson is the representative for the co-op. That is who is currently in power. The co-op are the people who are the ones who the IOC relies on. That is the political party that runs the IOC. And Jara Bingen is representing the cavalry. And the last person that you know is going to be on the list that you know of is Calpurnius the Major. And you guys all know who Calpurnius the Major is. Calpurnius the Major runs the IOC. Like, he is the Major. That is what he does. That's what his job is. And you also know that the summit is a think tank. The idea behind the summit is to put these minds together and come up with a more just or fair or profitable, depending on who you're talking to, version of the government here. The reason that the leaders of the IOC asked you to represent them is because the situation itself is so volatile. So that is what you are able to glean with a 15. If you want something more specific, you guys are able to glean that over time as well. Pet, was there anything in specific you were looking for? Let me drop this role play real quick.
So that's the only people that we know of. Do we have any information about who they may bring with them?
That you're not sure. You can assume, though, that everybody has an entourage. So with this information, with that 15, you, Pet, know relatively well how this works. So you can assume that Voss, Dax, and Jara will be bringing their own security detail as well. Dax is well known because they have a right-hand man, as it were, so you can assume who that person is going to be as well. Give me 1 second and I'll give you a name. Cleo Kook. Cleo Kook is Dax Carson's right-hand man and is a general of the Zeta Red Cluster. She is extremely powerful and is a well-known... she is well known as for her military prowess. So you can assume that from Dax Carson.
Few too many K's in that name.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, nigga. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
You better put that in the sea and make it cook.
And why is she named that?
I didn't even think about that. So yes, that is Cleo. You know that
Hey,
she
Cleo.
is a powerful general from the Zeta Red cluster. That is what you can assume. You can assume that she's going to be there because she and Dax do not travel apart.
Period. Girl boss
Jara
Cleo.
Bingen, you also know that the cavalry has been well decimated at this point. So Jara is likely to have the smallest entourage. That does not mean that she will not have one at all. So yes, with a 15, that is the information you are able to compile on top of what Div knows. With a 16, Dr. Bleak, what are you looking for?
Their stats. What?
Cute.
Okay. Firstly, who was the diplomat?
The person that you spoke with?
Ambassador Sylvanus. They were like the one who like
yes.
smiled at Short Rib.
Yeah.
Can I get a feel for like reading these dossiers? Can I get a feel for like, are there any like 1 addresses, 2 like related people, 3 like a feel for like how powerful they are, for like how, I guess, is there any like sensitive information that is contained about like the 4 regionals of the IOC?
Sensitive information. You get like some information is just straight up redacted, like the names of their partners and stuff, or like the number of their specific address. You have a general idea of where all of them come from, though. Ambassador Savinus does have a partner. Commissioner Catherine Zarek has 2. Spokesman Tekel is married, and Valtor the Next is single and not wanting to be here. Valtor the Next is actually the child of the major diplomat from where the plasmoids come from. So you know that much from let me.
Valtor is the Gloop boy?
Valtor is the Gloop boy, yes. He is a plasmoid prince, and he comes from the Beehive Nebula. His father initially was the one who was running the IOC with the other 3. He sort of ousted his son to be like, hey, get off your ass and do some shit. And Valtor the Next is now there, but begrudgingly. Spokesman Tekel is
married, you said?
Yes, Spokesman Tekel is married. Tekel is the Doar representative. He has a more vested interest in making sure that people are taken care of all over the Proxima Centauri cluster because they're a small people. And he comes from Kepler 16b in the Proxima Centauri cluster. So you do know that about him. He's married. He has children, 2 little boys, and his wife adores him. He goes home every single day, even though it's a lot of fucking, gas and shit, or energy, or what have you. But yeah, he's very much a family man, and that's why he was the representative from the Proxima Centauri cluster and its like allies, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Ambassador Sovenis comes from Galaxia X1 in the Hyades sector, so they don't come from all that far away. This is in their backyard, basically, because we're in the Hyades sector. They're a business magnate more than anything else. Kind, yes, but they also worry a lot about keeping profit flowing because the Hyades sector is pretty huge, and they want to keep as much cash and credits flowing through this area as possible. And Kethri Zarek, where are my notes? Kethri represents the Githyanki. She is from not the Karina sector. She's from the Jewel Box cluster. That is where she is mostly based. She doesn't go home that often. She has a very vested interest in keeping the co-op in power. You are not sure why, but she is also the one for whom all of the peace officers work. They are like not her specific soldiers, but she's the nigga in charge. Like, if you want to talk about peace officers, she's HNIC. So that's who Commissioner Zarek is. Voss Barlow, Dax Carson, and Jara Bingen. There's not a lot of information on Jara Bingen at all because there's not a lot of information about the cavalry. The co-op, Dax Carson, is known to have like lovers and stuff, but they are also known as like a party person, like a rake, you know, a general ne'er-do-well, as it were. Not as in they're a bad person. Dax Carson.
Dax is a party boy, okay.
I was gonna say Dax sounds like a party boy ass name.
Yeah, Dax is definitely a party boy. Yeah. And Voss Barlow for Jara.
Yeah.
Yes, there is, and I will send it to you after session because
got you.
I have to pull it from someplace else.
All good.
Have to pull it from someplace else. But yeah, there are images for all of them, so you know what all of them look like. So yeah, that is the information that you glean. All of the information about Calpurnius the Major is pretty well-known knowledge. So if you have specific questions, I will give you that information for free. He is, you know, the Major, so he's like the head celebrity because he runs the galaxy. And lastly, Short Rib, what were you interested in gleaning?
Just looking to kind of fill the gaps. I think Short Rib just like takes a picture of all of the pages and sends them to Big Ma. It's like, does this help?
You take a picture of these dossiers and send them to Big Ma.
Do we see Short Rib doing this?
Attempting to.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I roll stealth?
Yeah, you can roll stealth. Everybody else can roll perception or insight.
I'd absolutely try to stop that little nigga. I got a 15.
I too got a 15. What? Okay. All right.
15.
What the fuck? Someone.
Well,
anyone.
I'm actually interested. I'm about to ask Short Rib.
I got a 23.
You got a 23. Okay. So who was doing what? I know Short Rib is trying to send this information to his Big Ma. Pet and Div, you both see Short Rib doing this, and I'm not sure if you're trying to stop him, but if you are, it won't work as well as Dr. Bleak. So y'all let me know who's doing what, and I'll tell you how it plays out.
Dr. Bleak, like at seeing Short Rib like beginning to like take pics, don't send those.
But my mama can help.
Mayhaps, but also if they're tracking those dossiers and they're sent to your mom, then the IOC might go after your mom, and we wouldn't want to put her in danger. Let's wait for now until we can get a proper burner phone. They're very expensive.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I think Short Rib is now committed to like learning everything that is on this dossier, like trying to fill in the gaps so that he can recount this from memory to his mom.
Is it a paper dossier or is it like a digital?
No, it's digital. It's all on tablets.
Okay. How much money would it take to pay someone to decrypt the redacted parts of it?
You don't know. You've never tried.
Hey. Can we? I turned to Doc and said, "You remember when you were saying that you're interested in tapping into a criminal enterprise?"
She'll nod.
Why don't we help you? And can I want to do a sending to the pink goon balloons and see who can do that. If they
you
can
have somebody in the pink goon balloons who hacks,
yes,
and decrypts government documents.
Hey, I'm asking you, Dia.
You know what? I'll leave it up to the dice. Is there anyone in specific you're reaching out to?
I was gonna see if
Astra?
Solar Act, Astra.
Oh, Astra?
Like
To
can maybe
connect us?
can hook us up. 'Cause I have an idea.
Okay, you get 3 shots. We'll leave it up to the dice. Woof. So, yeah. You send a sending to Astra, and you get a response back immediately. Wait, you send a sending?
Oh
You're a
no,
fighter.
I was gonna ask Doc if they could send a sending.
Oh,
to
okay. I was
Axe.
like, how the hell?
Can't do it. I can't. To Doc if they could, to see if we can tap into that and ask, if you want to talk to Astra. I think Astra will know maybe some information of how we can get all this redacted stuff, or maybe help us with other means.
I wonder if I can just ask them to unredact it. I might be able to convince them to unredact it. The diplomat Sylvanus, or whatever their face is, Ambassador Sylvanus.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably just ask them, since we can better protect them the more we know about them. Type of beat.
That's a good angle to go.
Maybe no news. Someone may have a high thing.
I was gonna say, can Short Rib try to just start like touching the screen to see if they can fumble their way into unredacting this document?
Can I get Short Rib to help action?
I mean, you can. It would be a flat roll because it was initially going to be disadvantage.
Okay. Will that be investigation?
Just straight up intelligence.
Okay. 7, baby. I'm touching this. I'm touching this
You're
touching
screen
the fuck
so
out of this
hard.
screen. Oh my
You're touching
god.
the fuck out of this screen.
Trying to pick the outline, see if you you are doing spoilers on Discord.
Trying to like undo that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not coming off.
So as you guys sort of fumble with these documents, this is what you glean, just that. And we will pull back from that scene to, I know Dr. Bleak, you said you wanted to seek out Div, and I know Pet, you still have a weapon to give to our favorite Short Rib. So, and I know Short Rib and Div, y'all also have things. So narrative control once again goes back to y'all.
Go ahead,
Apple.
Short Rib and Div.
Oh,
no, let's do Short Rib and Div because we just had a scene, you and me. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So I truly think like Short Rib is just like trying to, because now that they've like read this dossier and they're like, trying to like be helpful, I think they one day just kind of like, or one of the days in the week, just kind of like knock on Div's door. Like, hey Div.
Yeah. The door like automatically opens, and I think Short Rib just sees Div messing with one of their legs. Like the boot is like completely detached, like from their body. They're probably like installing their new wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I think Short Rib has come to your room to ask what a word in the dossier means. So I think they just point to like a big long word, and they're like, what is this? What are you doing?
They like continue focusing on their boot without looking up, and they're like, I'm just changing the wheels. I thought I could go with the Chrome X80s this time instead of the gold like 465s, and we'll see how they do. What's up?
Cool. Well, I just don't know what this word means, but can I sit with you and watch? Because this looks cool.
Yeah.
How? So Short Rib like pops up onto like the least occupied part of the desk and watches as intently as possible. And I think after maybe a couple of minutes, they go, "So how long have you been a robot?"
Them like, I think they hear pauses like with the like little welding tool they're using. Their shoulders kind of shake from laughing. And they're like, I've been a robot my whole life. How long have you not been a bird? Can I ask that? It's okay to say no.
I think Short Rib. I think Short Rib like kind of like balks a little bit because I don't think he's ever thought about it. But I think Short Rib really like sits there and is like, well, Big Ma says that a bird would get me far. But I don't know. I've been a bird for as long as I've been above ground.
Did you used to be not above ground? Did you used to be like underground?
Short Rib pauses and is sort of like, yeah, and tries to like explain, kind of gets kind of quiet because they're not really sure how to like tell you because they have no real concept of like what time is. So they're just kind of like, can I show you something?
Div like stops tinkering with their boot and gives like Short Rib their full attention, and they nod.
Okay. So I think Short Rib is going to use Awakened Mind, which is basically just like telepathy. And Short Rib... So Short Rib kind of connects with you telepathically. And just... Div have like a mouth?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Short Rib tries to project the experience of tasting dirt.
Ooh.
And yeah, Short Rib, so I think what Short Rib is projecting, like the experience is like total darkness and a feeling of constriction and not real understanding. But what Div is receiving from Short Rib is a memory of X amount of years, decades, potentially, maybe a century
or two,
maybe more. It just feels like it's gone on for a long time of constriction and like fast twitch muscle movement and the feeling of tasting dirt and not seeing anything. I don't know. I think he says out loud, I don't know what really is happening, but I know I like being here now and like this, but I don't know. I haven't been here for long. Big Ma says I'm 9.
Div, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. I'll give it to you with advantage because you're organic.
Damn.
I mean, inorganic, sorry.
Bet. I got a 24 on the first roll and a 9.
We'll
so
take a 24.
24.
A 24. So, what you feel, this image that Short Rib projects into your mind is not just an image, it is visceral. This is as far from inorganic as you can possibly get. This is creation before creation. This is organic before organic. This is primordial, primeval. This is something that you have never seen or come across before, despite all your knowledge and all your connection through the arcane network. And this is something that is so unusual and unlike anything you've come across before that I think it shakes you a little. Because that feeling of tasting dirt when you have no mouth, that tremor of muscle movement, that pulse of life and breath, or life and death, maybe, you're not sure. That pulse it reminds you a little bit, but also not at all, of the trees. Boom, boom, boom. It's a different rhythm, completely different, something unusual outside of that. But that is the closest approximation that you can get to something that you've experienced before.
I think Div experiences that, and I do think for a moment they look a little shocked. And I think after their experience with the trees, they give like a slow nod, and they say, "Thank you for sharing that with me." I think they're quiet for a moment, and they're like, I've never seen anything like it, and I really don't have a word for what I just saw. It doesn't seem like you even fully know what it is, but I think that's okay, because I think something that we both have in common is trying to figure out our place in this galaxy. Div has like telepathy. Is it okay for them to kind of, and they'll ask her first, and they're like, "Would you like to see a memory of mine?"
Yeah.
I think Div would want to project their very first memory of them like coming online, and like before they even had like a fucking personality programmed, or came into like their personality, but just straight up like could only say things that they were programmed to say. Just that brief moment with like seeing Dr. JT's face for the first time. Yeah, I think like in the memory, like I don't even think they're completely built yet. I think they're mostly like top part, you know what I mean? Like still attached like a bunch of wires. Like truly like the motherboard is only in place. They have like some like visual responders, and you know what I mean? They have like the auditory system going, but I don't even think their body is like fully like made yet.
So what you get, Short Rib, is an image of an astral elf, a kindly looking, eccentric looking older gentleman. And he's wearing white lab coat, white everything. The lab around you is filled with beeps and chirps and whirring noises and liquid flowing all over, steam going every place. And you hear the doctor say, Are you online? Is DIV? Can you hear me?
I think Short Rib says, "Hi." What's online mean?
Div will explain, like, so unlike you being born in the way that you were born, I was created by someone named Dr. JT for a purpose, I guess, so you could say as a tool, but I don't think of myself as a tool anymore.
Well, you're bigger than a hammer.
I am bigger than a hammer, yeah.
And probably also a screwdriver. Unless it was like a big screwdriver.
Chuckles. I think they get back to working on their wheel, and they kind of shake off the memory of what they saw from Short Rib, and they're like, I wash it every day, it seems. I guess this is the norm now. This is my norm now. And then I think they asked Short Rib, like, tell me about Big Ma.
Short Rib truly launches into it. Short Rib is like, now that we have communicated in this way telepathically, Short Rib is like describing Big Ma and like beaming you a picture. Like, they're describing like, they're so nice and they taught me how to look like a bird, and like you're seeing the first time they ever got like the spell right, the first time they ever got the cantrip right. You can like experience like the smell of food cooking, and yeah, they're just like, and their favorite color is green, and they have a big house, but it's not that big, but it's big. And
I was like oohing and awing at the right moment, like nodding, like, oh, okay, like asking questions like, green? Okay, I like green. Yeah, fuck with green.
Yeah, and sometimes, and they go really quiet, and you see an image of like a sprawling altar, like with candles and little bits and bobs, and like a pot that seems to be bubbling with no fire, that's got like something in it, but they don't know how to explain that, so they're and she, well, she's really cool, and I don't know, but I'm excited to know. You know?
I do know. I think you'll learn a lot. You still have so much growing to do.
Now, can I ask, because Short Rib doesn't really understand like Big Ma, like recognizes that Big Ma has like a life, but isn't really consciously aware of like Big Ma's life. If I were to roll something to see if how clear or vivid this memory is, would Big Ma have known the doctor, like Dr. JT? I imagine it probably not, but like, would there have been like, if I am showing you a memory and you're like, who's that in that picture? And you're like, I don't know, it's a picture. It's like, no, I know that nigga. Is that too meta?
I will say, I'm not going to make you roll for this. Big Ma, to your knowledge, has never left the trash droid.
Okay.
To your knowledge, you've never seen him leave.
Okay.
So knowing Dr. JT, what I know of Dr. JT, just based on where like he was based, no. Big Ma didn't.
Okay, then that's fine. So then, yeah, Short Rib, I think starts trying to be helpful. And like has their communicator out, and is playing the Build a Glarbek's proprietary game at full volume, and is like handing Short Rib tools, trying to be helpful. Or not Short Rib, Div.
Glarbek Pop.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We're vibing to it, honestly.
Booming.
We're vibing to it.
Not the communicator.
This seems up some breakcore for sure.
So we pull back from there with you playing Glarbek Pop and Div, enjoying your company. And I will ask Pet, at what point do you give Short Rib her weapon?
All right. This is going to be a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would like to do this though, because I think Pet likes to be separated from people, don't like to eavesdrop that much if it's nothing interesting. But this is all in your mind, so I wouldn't know. So
Some of it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you can definitely hear Glarbek Pop like playing at full volume. Yeah, you hear that.
Yeah.
I think
the jams.
I think this already. I think I hang out in Div's room majority of the time too. So I'm thinking that Pet may come in there too, or at least knock on the door first and ask Short Rib if they want to. I need to give them their weapon.
Okay, Div, I gotta go. But when you put your new wheels on, if you ever need some new wheels, can I help?
Yeah, you can always come in. You can always come by. Just knock first. Don't come in first. You have to knock.
Okay. Knock first, and like leaves slowly, like muttering under his breath, like knock first. I'm coming, Pat. And like hops out. Fucking leaves. And like
didn't make a mental note to talk to Short Rib about not sharing their background. It was like, we need to talk about that.
Y'all can still telepathy, you know. Oh, you gotta see him. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm like, we'll get it before the summit. We got time.
Just because someone's nice to you and exchange information doesn't mean you're supposed to give that information.
Yes.
Short Rib is getting hella lessons during the week.
Lie.
Yeah, Short Rib was getting hella lessons in preparing for this fucking summit during the week.
Absolutely. Oh yes. Short Rib is learning life lessons, baby.
So you and Short Rib are on your own, and you have the option of giving the weapon now.
All right. So I think how do we do this? I think Pet is going to just invite them yet again. Maybe this time in the living room kind of area-ish. And I think at the beginning half, I would have asked you for your Gerblack. I can't even say this.
We're here. Yeah.
The Gerblack, and said like, I know I've been working on it, and I kind of
doing a little dance. Short Rib is doing a little dance.
When I give it to you, I think what I have is like maybe in a box or something. Like I always like things in crystal box. That's why that's my thing. I open the box. I know thing, but I hand it to you, and it's the same thing.
Ooh, okay.
It's the doll looks the same way.
Okay, I think Short Rib has forgotten about the gun. Whoa, a Glarbek! Yes. What'd you do? Oh, it's so heavy.
Yeah, it's really heavy.
It's fucking you hand it to Sherman and fucking falls to the ground.
No, it won't fall. It's like at least appropriate for your like, cause it's attuned to you basically.
Hell yeah.
So
okay.
as Pet describes, I don't know how your the doll looks. The dolls. I say to you, if you just hold it, and I'm like, hold it like this. I'm holding your Gerblack, like I'm holding like this. Like I think I have like an example. If you hold it close to yourself and just put your hand in the back of it, like, because it's like a pill bug, right?
Right.
There's like a way to slide it in, and then you'll feel the clutch of your new weapon.
Oh, okay. So that's
that's why. Okay, yep. Let me go to. Yep. Yeah. Let's make this happen. Hell yeah. Ooh.
You see it?
Yes. Ooh, it's a crossbow. Yeah. Oh. Oh, hell yeah.
So I think if I'm gonna explain to you, go ahead and as we described it in this
sorry audience.
In this live thing. Mac is getting Short Rib's getting their weapon and seeing all the abilities that it can do. And the first ability,
if they want to know what's happening with the weapon, they're always welcome to come to Roll for Thickness.
Yeah.
I think Short Rib, okay, so Short Rib like puts their hand and feels for the clutch, and I think immediately is like their eyes get like just so big. Just so big. And I think, gosh, they're like, how do I use it?
Pet explains, if you twist the hat, the straw hat, the maw will open up slowly, and then as it opens up into like a dark void, like it gets exceedingly unhinged level of darkness comes out, and then the glow of whatever elemental that you're thinking right now, because I know we don't have a short rest right now, but what elemental that is the color of the beam that is being aimed at Pet.
Oh fuck. Okay, I think interesting. I think Short Rib's thinking about home, and I think they start thinking about the swim team and like hopping out of the pool, and they fire like a blast of cold.
Are you trying to hit me?
I think they're just excited to use it, and they like,
okay.
They're like, can I shoot it?
Yeah, you can shoot me.
Are you sure?
I'm very much sure.
Okay.
Again, take off my jacket.
Okay. And
this is in the house. Damn. Well, my AC is 16.
Okay. Gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a flat because I haven't added this to anything yet because I don't use D&D Beyond. So
you get it with advantage.
Hell yeah.
You get it with advantage because Pet is allowing you to, and also because you guys have that time.
Okay, so that will be a 14 to hit, which it doesn't.
It doesn't hit.
Okay. Well, I fucking shoot it anyway. God damn it.
I think it's. Oh, go ahead.
You see a beam of ice and cold roar out of this Glarbek's maw, and it hits one of the paintings in the living room, and the painting goes completely frozen and falls to the damn floor.
Short Rib looks up at Pet and looks back at the painting and is like, how'd you fix that?
No. We're not coming here anymore after this, so we can destroy this place. But yeah, when we're here, I don't know if we can do this that much because I feel like we may put holes in the place, and we don't want that much people hearing what's going on.
Okay, that makes sense. Short Rib has immediately made it his mission to find somewhere just to shoot this. Short Rib is so stoked about this fucking gun that he now cannot use in the house, so that it just makes him want to use it more. Let me see. Short Rib. God. Fuck. Oh my God.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Y'all are able to, y'all have the full week. And I will say that with that time, Div, you got both of your weapons, correct? Yes, you did. Okay, everybody has their weapons. Everybody has this week. Pet, you are available for people to ask questions and all that good fun stuff. And you guys take your time. You spend your time together and really getting to know who you are, who the rest of your party members are, and getting to know your weapons. And the time passes and we push forward to the day of the summit. And that is where we're going to leave it for today.
Woo, baby.
It's summit time, baby.
Yeah.
It's summit time, baby.
Hey, it's Satine. If you enjoyed this episode, give us our roses by rating us 5 stars and writing a lovely review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Want more BaddieBards? Our social media details are in the description below. And remember, we are here. Bye!